Hello, I'm Darren and I'm going to be doing my seatbelt replacement today. Bought a VW-T4 1996 and I'm going to be spending the next couple of months converting it into a camper. So most of the stuff already, bits and pieces, but when we bought the camper it didn't have a seatbelt for the driver's side, and a friend of mine put a T5 seatbelt in there. Doesn't work great, but it just managed to get me home. So, without further ado, let's get the replacement here into here. We're going to use 17mm socket. Keep that. Elegant. So we'll have a T5 seatbelt for sale on eBay very soon. Indeed. Alright, let's get that down and grab this. So should sit in there. Ah, cock. Where's the bolt for it? Did they put it in? Ah, there it is. Maybe. No. Ah. There you are. Let's get you on. We want this on the inside. There's no way I can catch it if it goes. This just sucks ass. Is there a way? Well, let's just test it. It's the right fucking bolt first. No. Pish. So can we do it the other way? Probably, but the thing is then I can't tighten it. Let's check the glove box for something else. Bit of a miracle if they did. Nope. None of that. This is all the old seatbelt stuff, so who knows? Fingers crossed. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Sure that's off. Now that looks like it comes out. That. So that looks like that, the short version, and that must go in there. But how do we touch it? Come, shut up, dog. There's nothing but bark, that bloody thing. Right, I need a bolt. Bet that fits that. So does this sit on the outside then? Stop grinding up. Let's check the other seat belt. Makes sense. Not having seen how this went in the first place, we can now surmise that it doesn't go inside. It does this. Like that. You see what I'm doing? And that goes up to that point. Using that one. There's a cover for that. Does that go in there? Seems like it should. Has that got one? No. I'll have a look at that. So that goes into there. Dark thread away. There we go. I assume. Let's have a look. The other one. No. Attaches to the body. Makes sense. Here. There we go. A nice shiny one for that. And that's what this cap must be for this. Once it's on. Okay. That's shorter. 7/8. What that's for. Anyway, let's not confuse the situation. Does that pull out? Yay! Right, let's give this a job. What do you want to do? Do you want to be here? Oh yes you do. What was that other cover? And you want to be here? We got clips. Let's see. Pretty. Would be if they stuck. What's that for? Somebody's had an air freshener up here at some point in his life. Go on. Right. So go on clip for me. Go on. Go on clip. Way! Not sure what you're for yet. Okay. So, not sure what you're for yet. So, next job is taking these out. So I've got all weekend. I've got a set of locks I'm going to change. This looks like a new barrel. Let's see if we can get it out. Right. Over there. You may have noticed I have no dashboard at the moment. Because it is currently being repaired. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. That's the odometer's burned out. One of the capacitors, or I don't know, something is broken, so I've had to take it to a guy called Mr. Magic in Belfast. Let's take this off. Oh, that came off too easy. Alright, so came off that one. Right, now I do believe we need an 18mm. This one. Unreliably informed. Let's take up to a 24mm. That's probably what it was. 24mm. So let's get this in. Probably put a short stock on it. Tripod out the way. So you can see what I can see. Yep. Boom. Spring loaded. Okay. Spring. This should just on. What's that? Catch on this one. Just oh, they look terrible. Right, let's get a screwdriver. Looks like a wee star head. Oh, because I need to get this off. Only I could get into that. Okay. Screwdriver it is. Let's see what it hits. I don't want to use the flathead because it looks like it's well corroded already. I think it actually might be one of these. It certainly has a star configuration. Yeah, let's try that. Any more given that? No. I think that is a catch on there. Yeah, bitch. Hang on a minute. So if I push that in, that's unfair. Ah, okay, let's just do that. That one. Come on. Okay. And this last one. You the same? Ah, you are. There we go. Right. That's that. Apparently, I've seen a lot of videos and everybody's been yanking these. So I need to get this off. Ease her up. So to actually get the ignition block off that rod there, I just had to hit it with a hammer from the underside. It was the only way it was coming off because it was quite locked in there. So you don't see that. Sorry. Okay, so as you all can see, in there is the shape, and what we need to do is take that and drill a hole that matches it. So that's, and it should be about here. Okay, some difference there in that. So I need to drill a hole in there so we can push this out. Let's just match them up. I'll leave that there. Load this up. It's about here. Fancy here, boys and girls. Good old Black and Decker. Yeah, we just want to. Oh, bitch. Not too big. Who said? That one there. No. There we are. You can just see the spring. You can just see the spring in there. So in theory, if I push that in there now, probably not use that one. Use a smaller one. That should slide out. Yeah, boy. Da, 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 da. And then we'll push that one in. Get it lined up a bit. Let's get this out. That's it secure. We now have a new key. Huh. And if we ever lose these, we already prepared hole. We can go in the bin. So let's get all this back to normal. This went in there. Upside down, dickhead. So, putting everything back in reverse, which is a simple task, he says out loud, hoping that it fucking is. That goes there. We don't need that for now, we're done with you. Put the tools away. We will be returning to you all, so we can go over there, everything in reverse. Time for a tree ball mint. Dirty fingers. So there's the other bolts, well, barrels for the doors. The petrol cap you're going to have to do manually, and we'll go through that in another video. Maybe on this one, who knows. Right. Where are we at? So. Shit. So this is one of them moments where you realise that the steering rod is on a spring and it's gone right down to that lower part. Now, I spent the guts of 30 minutes trying to pull this back out using
clamps and everything, and just to get the steering wheel on to get a thread, it is an absolute nightmare, and you will need a second pair of hands, because if you run your hand down the bottom of the steering rod just under the dashboard, you can actually support it briefly, but you'll struggle trying to get the steering wheel nut on, and the steering wheel and everything else to go with it. So what I suggest you do is get a second pair of hands and just get somebody, just even if they can get one thread on, to get it back on. Absolutely nightmare.
Just conscious of the threads, I don't want to go too mad. Let's try this for a cheat. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. Every YouTube video I've seen where they've changed the steering barrel, or the ignition barrel lock, they always stop. They go, oh, that's how we're done, we changed the barrel, and then the video stops. And I'm not joking you, this is a two-man job. Okay, your steering wheel rod, the rod itself, okay, is on a spring. Now there is when you take your steering wheel off, you'll notice there is a spring, right? But the whole rod assembly, steering assembly, is on a spring, and it pulls back. You take that little clip off right at the beginning, and I'll show you this clip here. Okay, you get that back on, and it's supposed to help stop the steering rack dropping back down. But it can only do so much, okay? So then what you have to do is you have to basically pull the bolt on, yank it out with whatever you can get. I've been using these. I bought these today, and they've just helped me fantastically. Get a pair. Then underneath the car, underneath the steering wheel, you can feel, once you've pulled it out, you can hold it. You can just hold the tension only for so long. But then in the same instance, you've got to get everything back together. Then you've got to get the steering wheel back on. And oh my God, every time you touch it, you haven't, unless, I mean, I'm quite a strong guy, but just you're basically holding it with your fingertips. So unless you're a monkey, good luck to you. You're going to need somebody to give you a hand, all right? And I hope it's straight. I really do. I hope my steering wheel's straight. I backed her in straight. It should be, but it is tough. Okay, I'm not even joking. I'm sweating. So I had to get my wife to come in and just get at least 2 threads on. If she could get 1 or 2 threads onto the bolt, I could then use the wrench. Got the wrench, got it back on, and then use the wrench to push the steering wheel and get it all locked back into place. It's tough. You're going to need a second pair of hands. There's no 2 ways around it, unless you have fingers like Popeye. All right. But other than that, yeah, it's not easy, but it's doable. All right. It is a one-man job until you put your steering wheel back on.
and then just get somebody to give you a hand. You'll know what I mean. You'll feel it down at the bottom underneath under the steering rack. It goes straight and then it curves to the left as it goes down to the axle.